We're here at Malinak Stadium, Central Mountain High School hosting the final regular season game of the 2020 Jersey Shore football season. Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly with you on the Bear Country Sports Network as the Jersey Shore Bulldogs coming off a 16-0 win over the Shikellamy Braves. They'll try to notch one more and head into playoffs 6-0. That's the case district start next week. This is the final game of the regular season. And Doug, it's interesting. Anytime a team is 5-0, there's usually a lot more good than bad to talk about, and that is the case here. But even so, last week was a little surprising for a Jersey Shore football team that had been averaging over 45 points a game coming into that Shikellamy matchup, and a feisty Braves team really hung with them, and you credit Coach Jim Kaiser over there and those kids. But now it's time for the Bulldogs to turn their focus to their arch nemesis, the Central Mountain Wildcats, who they've beaten 8 times in a row.
Well, Sam, always good to be here with you and excited for the second round of Central Mountain Jersey Shore this year. Beautiful setting here for those of you who have never been to Malinak Stadium here in Mill Hall outside of Lock Haven. Tremendous field. Turf looks really, really good. And you're right, Sam. It's just an interesting thing. Jersey Shore have been scoring so many points last year that kind of hit the skids. And I watched most of the game. Schick was right there in it. Now, you could tell that Jersey Shore's defense was dominating, throwing their second straight shutout, third in 4 games, but they were only up 7-0, and all it takes is that one score, and then finally they got the score on a safety to put them up 9-0, and then got a late touchdown to really kind of widen it out a little bit. But kudos to Shikellamy and a new coach, Jim Kaiser. They're trying to build from the bottom up, played a much better game the second time, and kind of one of those situations where Shore had that unexpected bye week, and they probably were a little bit flat, a little bit disappointed not being able to come into that game at 5-0, go 6-0 last week, and then play their final regular season game here tonight against rival Central Mountain. So I expect a different result from the first game here where Shore won really big. Central Mountain has improved as the year's gone on, having their best year in a lot of seasons. And you know, Coach Redinger's getting his team prepared for playoffs next week as well. So I think it'll be a good ball game tonight. If Shore plays well, doesn't turn the ball over, which they've not done too much all year long, and forces the turnovers, which is interesting because Central Mountain hasn't turned it over. Shore has forced a lot of turnovers. We should have a good ball game tonight, but hopefully Shore will be able to come out on top, complete that undefeated regular season, and get prepared for the playoffs.
Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly with you. Brandon Barker is here as well. We'll have him on later in our pregame show as he breaks down what he expects to see tonight out on the field here at Central Mountain. A few fans starting to file in, still limited capacity due to COVID restrictions, but we'll be here playing football, and a 5-0 Jersey Shore team takes on a 4-2 Central Mountain squad. The Jersey Shore topped 55-7 back late last month. We're coming back on the Bear Country Sports Network right after this to give you more pregame. Kickoff coming at 7 right here on the Bear.
Now open, the Jersey Shore home of Ready Treddy, K&W Tire and the Old Stouts Pro Auto on Main Street. Providing full service for cars and light trucks, K&W Tire Jersey Shore stocks Cooper, Falcon, Hankook, and 4 other tire brands. Special orders available. Family owned and operated K&W Tire, now open in Jersey Shore, 335 North Main Street. Appointments preferred, walk-ins available, 570-865-5315. K&W Tire. We do tires and more.
McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
Do you think all vitamin C's are the same? They're not. Ester C is a superior form of vitamin C. It's the only vitamin C with 24-hour immune support, and it lasts up to 2 times longer than regular vitamin C. So don't just settle for any vitamin C. Buy Ester C and support your immune health today. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Mama's home cooking has never tasted so good. Go to Kutz's Kitchen, 318 Wilson Street in Jersey Shore for homemade soups, oil, deli sides, baked goods, and more. Kutz's cheesesteaks will have you hooked. Fudge season is just around the corner, too. All of this at reasonable prices. 570-398-8180 for your takeout order. Kutz's Kitchen, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 8. Kutz's Kitchen, Mama's homemade goodness. Go Bulldogs.
Something new at Jiffy Market and Deli in Jersey Shore. Your favorite treats fresh fried. Chicken tenders, onion rings, mozzarella sticks, fish fillets, French fries now available, plus fresh made sandwiches, meat and cheese by the pound, and party trays. Call to order food to take out only 570-398-3499. Jiffy Market and Deli, everything you need in one place, crossing the post office in downtown Jersey Shore. 570-398-3499 for Jiffy Market in Jersey Shore.
Cutting Edge Country on WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly with you on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore football takes on Central Mountain in a road matchup to get us set for a district semifinal meeting between Jersey Shore and what should be Mifflinburg when the brackets are unveiled tonight here next week back at home at Thompson Street Stadium. But the final road game of 2020 for Jersey Shore, actually only their second time playing on turf this year, as the Bulldogs play on a grass field. At Shikellamy, that was a game on grass, but aside from the Selinsgrove matchup back from October 2nd, the Bulldogs haven't had much time playing on turf this year, but surely they should adjust. Doug, when you look at this Jersey Shore team, what stands out to you as we get set for tonight's contest?
Well, you probably have to start with their receiving core, Owen Anderson, Caden Hess in particular, and in the last game against Central Mountain, Hess had that dominant, really first quarter, scored 3 touchdowns, 2 through the air, 1 on a 50-yard interception return. Brandon Weary played extremely well, so Jersey Shore jumped out big early and then really cruised to a big win in the rivalry. Again, as we talked a few minutes ago, probably going to be a little bit different tonight. It's always interesting to see the adjustment that the coaching staff makes. Tom Gravish, they're going to do the same thing they've always done. It's been successful for them. They're probably going to run a little bit of hurry up, try and get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, and they're fortunate that they have a number of them. A couple good running backs led by Cam Allison, where he can throw the ball to a number of different receivers, Hess and Anderson being the 2 key guys. They're going to probably stick with that. But what does Coach Renninger do? The Wildcats are 3-0 when Pence rushes for 100 yards or more, including the 240-some yard against Shamokin when they won big 41-27 on the road. And I listened to part of that game on the record, and they were down at halftime. And boom, they just took over in the second half, and Pence had a lot of different runs and put him in the driver's seat to win that game. So if Pence can run and gain yardage, this could be a very different ball game tonight. So that's always a chess match between the coaches, Coach Renninger and Coach Gravish for the Bulldogs.
And Ryan Pence, you discuss him, their stellar junior running back for Central Mountain against Jersey Shore in that matchup on September 25th. 12 rushes, 18 yards. Longest run was 3 yards. Jersey Shore stymied the running game and forced quarterback Brett Gerlach to throw the ball a little more than Coach Renninger and company would like him to for Central Mountain. And if Jersey Shore can really limit the running game of Central Mountain yet again, that definitely works in Jersey Shore's favor. Additionally, for Jersey Shore, you look at the numbers. 198 points scored, 14 allowed this season. That number, even with last week's 16-0 Shikellamy win, that's still a shutout in the third of the season. What makes this defense tick, Doug? Well,
it starts with Alex Jackson. And Jersey Shore, they know how fortunate they are. A successful head coach in his own right came on board with Coach Gravish a number of years ago, and he runs the defense and just runs it well. When they're big, they can be physical. When they're a little bit smaller, like they are this year, they're all over the place, and they're always very aggressive, a lot of stunting and all of that. And he just seems to find a game plan that really disrupts the opponents, what they intend to do. And you're right. I mean, that up front is if you stop the running game and force Gerlach to throw more than they're accustomed to, that really shifts things in the favor of the Bulldogs, and that's what they're going to try and do tonight. Gerlach is certainly capable, and they have a nice receiver in Peyton Johnson. It's not that they can't throw the ball, but Coach Renninger's preference is to run the football and run it a lot. Their linemen, as we've seen, they're big. Central Mountain is really physically big. But Jersey Shore doesn't stand around and let you block them. They're just moving all over the place, and I think that's the real key. They're quick, they're very aggressive, they go to the football, and that'll be a big task for Central Mountain in a running game tonight.
And if you were to kind of capture the Jersey Shore Central Mountain Part 1 in one image, it was probably one of Central Mountain's linemen puking on the side of the field, which speaks to the speed of this Jersey Shore offense. If you're gonna make them move at that pace when you have these big burly guys, if they're moving faster than they're accustomed to, that can cause some problems, and that's Jersey Shore's claim to fame. It's running at this fast car pace, but sometimes when penalties get in the way, that can be a problem. In the Shikellamy game, which Coach Gravish mentioned to me, you'll hear in our pregame conversation shortly, he mentioned that we were running the tempo that we like to run, but the problem really came to the fact that we kept committing penalties, and that slowed the game down. For Jersey Shore to be successful tonight, Doug, you imagine the tempo will have to be at a pretty octane pace tonight.
There's no question about it. They like to do that fast car pace right from the start. It just kind of puts the defense back on their heels. And, of course, you always want to score on every drive, particularly your opening drive of the game. But even if you don't, if you move the football, you kind of flip the field, so to speak, it puts your defense in a much better position. And you're right. Last week, Jersey Shore really did hurt themselves with the penalties early on. It just kind of slowed the ball game down. They didn't get that early lead, which you can build on very quickly. They want to avoid that tonight. And, you're always looking at this game that you're playing, but still they know they have a playoff game next week. They really want to play well in the playoffs for the 5th or 6th season in a row and see how far they can advance. They want to clean up those mistakes tonight second time against their rival here in Mill Hall.
Well, something I just mentioned, Coach Tom Gravish, you'll hear from him in a few minutes. I have my pregame conversation with him. We're both masked up, socially distanced, but chatting it up to get you ready for Jersey Shore and Central Mountain. We're back on the Bear Country Sports Network right after this here from Mill Hall at Don Malinak Stadium. Jersey Shore and Central Mountain kicking off in 15 minutes.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jim Ely State Farm Insurance, 105 Thomas Street, Jersey Shore, 570-398-2828.
Let the gifting start with Kohl's lowest prices of the season. Prices so low, no coupons needed. Get Sonoma tops for her, only $7.99. Shoes for the family are $29.99 and under. And save on Toastmaster small appliances, just $9.99. Plus, get a little more for your wallet with Kohl's Cash. Plus, fast and free store pickup. It's the lowest prices of the season, Wednesday through Sunday at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, see store or Kohl's.com for details.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Ace, the only national retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint. Now Benjamin Moore's premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood, along with the award-winning service and advice Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their paint. Benjamin Moore paint available exclusively at Avis Building Supply, Route 150, Central Avenue in Avis, across from Dairy Queen. Your local Ace location.
The seasons are changing, and now is the perfect time to fall in love with a new checking account. At Woodlands Bank, we offer Kasasa checking accounts. Our Kasasa accounts offer unbelievable rates with great rewards. Now you can open up your account online quickly and securely. Make the switch to one of our Kasasa accounts from the convenience of your home. Branch out. Open your account today. For more information on our Kasasa accounts and to pick the best one for you, visit woodlandsbank.com. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all other customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
The Bear, WQBR.
Joined pregame tonight at Central Mountain by Jersey Shore football head coach Tom Gravish as we get set for what's the final game of the 2020 regular season. Coach, you get another matchup with Central Mountain. How is it coming into this final regular season game going against your rival?
It's a rival game. We always look forward to rival games, big games. Tonight will be a big game. Central Mountain's hot right now. They had one of the better seasons in a while. And so we look forward to the challenge, and I think our guys are ready to go.
Coach Grabish with us here pregame. You mentioned Central Mountain's success this year, coming in as a 4-2 team and making their first playoff berth since 2012. For you guys to slow down the Wildcats tonight, what will be important?
Well, we have to dictate what we do best, in all three phases of the game. We know that they're a good team. We respect them. And, we gotta dictate tempo on offense and move the sticks. But on defense, we have to get 3 and outs. We want to have very, very little or any yardage gained by them on first down to put them in unmanageable down and distance situations. We want a lot of 3rd and longs.
Coach Grabish with us here pregame. This Jersey Shore offense has been up-tempo all season long, as you guys have been systematically, but last week against Shikellamy, things seem to be moving at a little bit of a slower tempo, and it wasn't quite what you've been expecting throughout this regular season. What have you focused on in practice this week?
I don't really know if it was our tempo. It's just it's hard to get tempo and flow when you have a bunch of holding penalties and, and you're not getting first down. So we still ran about as fast as we normally do. We just didn't get first down after first down after first down, and so that's what we're working on doing tonight.
Coach Grabish with us here pregame. Defensively, you guys have been crisp all season long, and you pitched your 3rd shutout of the year last week. Just explain your defensive effort and how your guys continue to find so much success on that side.
They do a good job, focusing on our game plan with Coach Jackson and all the coaches, each one of them coaches, and they know the other team's strengths and what their position group has to do to, keep that other team in check, and what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are. So I think our guys are focused. They have some challenging players to, deal with, but we're looking forward to it.
Coach Tom Grabish joining us here pregame. Finally, this is the last regular season game. You try to get to that 6-0 mark in this abbreviated year. What would it mean to you for your team to run the table in the regular season?
Well, we just like to win. Anytime we play, we're about trying to win a football game. So, if we're playing football or, some type of other type of contest, we want to win everything that we are involved in.
Jersey Shore football, always trying to win. Coach, thanks. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Cell phone on the fritz? Try and save it with a stop at Montour Wireless in Williamsport. Owner Steve Maliza can usually fix your problem in about an hour. Cracked or broken screen, water damage, problems with charging ports, new battery. Odds are you'll walk out of the store smiling. Montour Wireless can now replace the back glass on your iPhone 8 or newer cell phone. Turnaround time for that service, 24 hours. Steve also fixes computers and offers cell amplifiers and accessories. Montour Wireless, 1307 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport, 570-322-1020.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
Hi, this is Jay Farner, CEO of Rocket Mortgage. Making the right financial decisions has never been more important. We can help guide you to those right decisions now, when they matter most. Mortgage rates are near historic lows, so when you call 8338-ROCKET or visit us at rocketmortgage.com to start your refinance, you'll be well on your way to saving money every month. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.125%, APR 3.43%. Right now could be a great time for you to take some positive financial steps forward with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage, which could give you the boost that you're looking for. In addition, we may be able to help you refinance with little or no out-of-pocket costs. At Rocket Mortgage, we're committed to every client, every time, no exceptions, no excuses, giving you the best mortgage experience. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn more.
Rates subject to change. Pay 2.875% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Now open. Wasson Auto Parts in the old Woolrich Mill on Schaefer Lane in Jersey Shore. Find quality OEM parts for your late model car or truck in our huge indoor facility. All parts already pulled from the vehicle and laid out on shelves for your convenience. And you'll save up to 75% off of a new part from your car dealer. 570-398-AUTO. See our parts inventory at WassonAutoParts.com. The new way to keep your car or truck on the road, do it yourself. Help from Wasson Auto Parts in Jersey Shore.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman back with you on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore football game against Central Mountain here to kick off in about 10 minutes or so. With me right now is my day-to-day color commentator, or I should say my regularly scheduled color commentator, Brandon Barker, who's letting Doug hop on tonight, and we're appreciative of that. We get to work with a lot of great people here between Doug, Nate, Carpenter, and, of course, Brandon here as well. And Brandon came through tonight. He's here, and he'll be doing stats and coming on throughout the presentation this evening. So, Brandon, a pleasure to have you. What do you make of this contest between Jersey Shore and Central Mountain getting to play this twice in a season?
Well, it's the second matchup of the year, and we saw what happened between Shikellamy and Jersey Shore. Shikellamy got a lot better. They understood what Shore liked to run and kind of stifled them a little bit more on offense. But for Central Mountain, they've got to be able to block inside, use those big men to their advantage. But for Shore as well, they've got to be able. Last week, they were a little bit too far back in coverage. They kind of let that go, so they've got to come up a little bit, play a little bit more man-to-man, especially use Caden Ness on the outside a little bit more. But as for this matchup, you don't get two teams once in a season. You only see that in the pros, and we see how that goes every time. There's always that one game where, they just get better than the other. This is going to be a fight. It's also senior night for Central Mountain.
Well, I will stop you there. Sometimes you do get that as far as in districts where you get a team in the regular season, then you get them again in the playoffs. But as far as in the regular season, you are in fact correct that Jersey Shore playing Shikellamy twice, and then now getting the Wildcats a second go-around, which is interesting because you get them here on the road after dominating them at home. But in that one, Brandon, Jersey Shore, there was, I would say, maybe a 5-minute period where it looked like Central Mountain can make it interesting. How did Jersey Shore avoid letting that happen and just altogether making it a 9th straight victory over Central Mountain?
Well, they used their speed to their advantage. They used their snap counts. They used their NASCAR style of offense. They got up to the line, got a play in, snapped the ball, went down the field, again, got another play in. So each time they do that, they're wearing out this big, gigantic offensive defensive line for Mountain. So when they do that, you're making it. We even saw it, and I'll keep saying it every time. Center throw up. It makes them tired. It makes them, when they're trying to substitute guys out as well. People aren't understanding the play calls on defense, and it just basically happens like that. So for sure tonight, they've got to just stay with the same game plan they did last time. Don't try to change it. We're going to see a lot of different formations out of Central Mountain to try to beat them, but I think tonight Shore could be in a really great position with the speed they have and try to outpace this Central Mountain offense.
And something that Nate Carpenter just texted in, and we appreciate Nate back home watching and listening tonight, both on YouTube and on the radio broadcast, that Jersey Shore has in fact clinched the number 1 seed in District 4 Quad A. They're all situated to host throughout districts, which, again, to remind you, start next Friday, week from tonight. So this game, of course, it means a lot because it's the final game of the regular season. You're playing your rival. There's always meaning, and like Coach Grabish said in our pregame interview, we want to win a game. We want to win a game in any kind of contest. Yeah. But you have to weigh, I would imagine, Brandon, you can give your take on this, the fact of keeping your guys healthy and ready for the postseason.
Yeah, and, you're in the regular season. You want to keep a perfect season. This goes down in the record books as a perfect season for sure if they win tonight. But if you want to be careful, you want to try to keep people away like an Owen Anderson. If you're up by 30-some points, don't play him in the second half. Let him go. Let him sit on the sideline. Get some of your younger guys in there. So what if Central Mountain comes back and tries to win this game? Then you can put him back in. But, other than that, they just got to be careful. They have to not overstep things, not overthink. They've bit the button with injuries. They have 2 right now on especially their offensive line. 1 with Preston Wool and 2 with Carter Peacock on the defensive line. So, but they're doing a really good job of keeping everybody healthy and using them to their advantage.
Definitely the case. Brandon Barker is with us, and he'll be looking around all game, taking stats and catching everything that Doug and I cannot from our viewing spot atop the press box here at Malinak Stadium. Really beautiful facility right by Central Mountain High School, and we're happy to bring you football from here. Thank you so much, Brandon. When we come back, we'll have lineups and kickoff. here on the Bear.
B.A. Meixel is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing north central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading warranties. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Meixel Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Discovering your best hair starts now because Ulta Beauty's Gorgeous Hair event is here. Get up to 50% off hair care essentials from brands like Redken, Pattern, and Hot Tools. Say hello to healthy hair with deep hydration. Define those curls with Mega Moisture, or care for your color to keep shades vibrant. Plus, new launches will turn your good hair days into your best hair days. Shop the Gorgeous Hair event today. Event ends October 24th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
Looks like it'll be a harsh winter. Why else would CVS have snow shovels and ice melt for sale already? Time to visit Terry's Colon Wood Stoves in Jersey Shore. Serving Bear Country for the last 41 years, new owner Kyle's bringing his education and many years of expertise to provide you with honest solutions and quality service. Terry's, the place to go for American-made stoves. Visit Terry's Colon Wood Stoves, Bastrop Street in Jersey Shore. 570-398-2199. Find them online. terryscolonwoodstoves.com.
Susquehanna Trailways has part-time and full-time opportunities available for motor coach and school bus drivers. Are you recently retired? Don't want to be home all the time and enjoy travel? Become part of the Susquehanna Trailways team. Contact Susquehanna Trailways by calling 570-753-5125 or email charters@susquehannabus.com. They will train for free and offer performance bonuses too. Call Susquehanna Trailways at 570-753-5125.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Figure Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 56 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. 570-748-3570. Get a free quote. Figure Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all of their customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
The seasons are changing, and now is the perfect time to fall in love with a new checking account. At Woodlands Bank, we offer Kasasa checking accounts. Our Kasasa accounts offer unbelievable rates with great rewards. Now you can open up your account online quickly and securely. Make the switch to one of our Kasasa accounts from the convenience of your home. Branch out. Open your account today. For more information on our Kasasa accounts and to pick the best one for you, visit woodlandsbank.com. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Ace, the only national retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint. Now Benjamin Moore's premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood, along with the award-winning service and advice Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their paint. Benjamin Moore paint available exclusively at Avis Building Supply, Route 150, Central Avenue in Avis, across from Dairy Queen. Your local Ace location. Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Figure Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 56 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. 570-748-3570. Get a free quote. Figure Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, Avis Williamsport State College, 99.9 FM.
We're ready to go from Central Mountain High School, Don Malinak Stadium. Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly with you here on the Bear Country Sports Network. And Doug, we'll do some quick starters here and get going for the final regular season game of the year. Jersey Shore, quarterbacked by Brendan Weary, the senior. Cam Allison, the tailback. Hayden Packer, the sophomore fullback. Receivers, Cooper Peacock, Brady Jordan, Dalton Dugan, as well as Caden Hess, the Bulldogs will have out there. And the O-line, Colin Samar, Lee Springman, Caden Smith, Joe Lorson, as well as Eddie Woodring. Preston Wool, as Brandon alluded to, not playing, and we'll harp on that more later in the broadcast. A really terrific kid, had hip issues that ultimately forced him to no longer be able to play. Defensively for the Bulldogs, Dugan, Ben Webb's on the interior, Samar, Springman, and Quincy Myers, their stellar defensive end. Linebackers, Gabe and Hayden Packer, and the defensive backs, Cooper Peacock, Cam Allison, Owen Anderson, and Caden Hess. That's Jersey Shore side. We'll get Central Mountains as they take the field. Bulldogs of Jersey Shore kick off left to right, courtesy of our friends at Deja Vu, 256 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. Doug, any last thoughts before we get this ball on the tee and get started tonight?
No, just excited to see Jersey Shore have a chance to start on the defensive side, see that attacking mode led by Alex Jackson from the coaching booth.
Only allowed 14 points through 5 games. Allison, the low kickoff, bounces past the 40, squibs out of play across the 25. That's an illegal procedure, giving Central Mountain great field position at their own 35, going right to left to start this party off. Central Mountain is in the home camos, military appreciation night here, and they do a great job of handling those responsibilities. It's the camo with the black letters and numbers, white pants, but those blue traditional helmets on the heads of the Wildcats. Jersey Shore in the road whites with the orange letters and numbers, black stripes on the side, and the orange helmets. Jersey Shore 5-0, Central Mountain 4-2, and the Wildcats start on their own 35 after the illegal procedure at the right hash. Gerlach quarterbacks the offense, 2 backs, Walliser the fullback, as well as Pence, their stellar tailback. 1st and 10, 5-man front for Shore. Handoff to the deep back, Pence, and he spun down at the line. No gain on the interior, stuffed by Webb and Samar. 2nd and 10, Central Mountain.
And Webb's one of the guys that was highlighted in the local papers. He's been real consistent all season long. He needs to continue to have good play, particularly from his defensive lineman position, that continue to have this Bulldog defense be successful.
Opening quarter, second play of the game, Central Mountain only gets 1 yard on the opening rush. 2nd and 9 from their 36. Johnson in motion to the left. Gerlach drops the throw over the middle, drop by McCloskey, had it at the 45, but McCloskey just watched it go in and out of his hands. Tough break for the Wildcats. That would have put him near the sticks, just across the 45, making it 3rd and 9 at their own 36.
McCloskey's a big target out there. Gerlach did exactly what you want, set his feet, got the ball there in a hurry, right on target. Certainly one that the receiver would like to have back, so a break early for this Bulldog defense.
Wildcats coming off a loss against Selinsgrove last week. They're in the district playoffs for the first time since 2012. 3rd and 9, own 36. Gerlach takes the snap, drops, rolls left, steps up, delivers and intercepted by Hess at the 50. Up the right sideline past the 40, still going at the 30, and tumbles down at the 25 after being decked by Walliser. Caden Hess, his 4th interception of the year, and Jersey Shore football gets the takeaway.
Well, and that's what you want your opponent's offense to do early in the ball game, make a mistake. And Gerlach made a big mistake there, tried to go back to McCloskey. He was covered well. Errant throw, easy pickoff for Hess, and a nice return.
0-0, 11-10 mark of the first quarter. Jersey Shore gets the ball at the opposing 25. 1st and 10 from the right hash there. Weary steps the right foot back, bring Hess to the left. Pitch that way to Allison, the tailback. Spins, nowhere to go, breaks an ankle tackle at the 30, but roped up behind the line of scrimmage at about the 27. Just a sea of camo converged on Allison to make it 2nd and 12. We'll call it the 28.
Caden Falls coming up from his defensive back position to make a nice play there. Forced Allison really no running lane. Nice play by the defense.
Jersey Shore from the left hash, 2nd and 11 there from about the 27. I formation. Weary drops, chased, rolls out right, delivers. Hess off his hands, incomplete inside the 5. It was a tough throw to make. He had 2 guys on him. Holland was there, as was the safety, but Hess couldn't hold on, making it 3rd and 11 for Jersey Shore at the Central Mountain 27.
Good adjustment by the quarterback. Weary looked like he maybe was going to tuck it and run, but they made a nice throw to Hess. It would have been a very nice catch. We've seen Caden make those regularly, but they're just off the fingertips.
Hess back to the right side of the formation. Peacock in motion to the left. 4 receivers set from the gun. 3rd and 11. Weary rolls out and throws well over the head of Hess. Contained by Holland. 4th down. Jersey Shore from here will go for it, and the Bulldogs walk back to the line.
Yeah, nice defense there by Holland a couple times on Hess. That's a nice one-on-one matchup. He was right with him and forced an errant throw by Weary.
Weary takes it from the gun. To his right side is Allison. 2 receivers right. 4th and 11. Takes his time. Steps up. Batted ball incomplete. Brandon Weary got that smacked to the ground by Pence. And rather, no, that's Weaver who was able to get a paw on it. And that's a turnover on downs for Jersey Shore. Central Mountain survives the turnover.
Well, in Central Mountain's defense at times this year, particularly in the 2 Selinsgrove games, which they ended up winning one and losing one, very low-scoring games, they played well at times. And there, Brandon kind of got hooked in. He wanted to throw it to Hess all 3 times. Probably should have looked somewhere else on that 4th down play.
Jersey Shore scored once last first quarter against Shikellamy, but the first quarter before that at Selinsgrove, nothing. 1st and 10 here on 27. Central Mountain in the eye. 2 receivers right. Handoff. Walliser, the fullback, breaks some tackles and stumbles across the 35 and trucks his way up past the 38, right near the line to gain, and he's across it. Full 10 for Michael Walliser, huffing and puffing his way for a first.
Hayden Packer on the tackle there, but a good push initially by that very large physical Central Mountain offensive line. They got the push that they wanted, found a running lane, fullback able to get through for a nice gain.
2 minutes played, scoreless here at Central Mountain. Wildcats get their 2nd possession of the game. The first ended early on an interception by the quarterback, Gerlach. He is 1st and 10 from his own 38 between the hashes. Run pass option, flips it left. Can Pence turn the corner? Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard forward before being rubbed out by Hayden Packer and Caden Hess. That's 2nd and 9.
You know, Pence, he's not your prototypical running back. He's real tall, about 6 foot. Not a whole lot of weight on him, and that's not something that Central Mountain does really well. Run wide, you're kind of playing into the strength of this Bulldog defense. They go side to side very well.
Seeing a lot of Dirk Stetz on the edge tonight for Jersey Shore. Stetz, his brother Terrence, played there last year for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 9, on 39, Central Mountain. Gerlach, handoff, Pence gets tripped up and flips up to the 41, depending on the spot, and that's where they put it. That puts it at about 3rd and 7 or so, as Central Mountain having trouble getting sizable running room from their tailback.
Gabe Packer, nice play there, got into the backfield about a half a yard, able to get a hand on the foot of the running back. That's a nice play, setting up what Coach Gravish wants, 3rd and long for this Wildcat offense.
Final game of the regular season for both teams. Pistol look for Gerlach between the hashes, and somebody jumped. Jersey Shore came across the line, but did the O-line move first? And that's what will have to be deciphered here as Central Mountain tries to accrue another 1st down.
Yeah, and the official on our near side indicated that it will be offsides against Central Mountain. I'm not sure if it changes to play call. It might. They might go with a run here if they were going to pass it on 3rd and long, because it does change it up to 3rd and probably about 3.
They put the ball right at the 46 of Central Mountain near the left hash. They have to march it across the 48. So that's about a 2.5-yard gain needed for the Wildcats. And at the 9-minute mark of the first quarter, nobody scored yet. 1 possession Jersey Shore, turnover on down. Central Mountain a turnover, but now have 3rd and short near midfield. From the left hash, handoff the fullback. Walliser trucks his way through and slivers up past the 49 for a 1st down. 3 tough yards for the fullback, and Central Mountain keeps the ball.
Yeah, good initial thrust by the Jersey Shore defense. Connor Davis leading the way there, but Walliser, the fullback, and that's why he plays fullback. He's a good, tough runner, able to slide off to the near side, able to get enough just for a first down. So that's a nice conversion for the Wildcats.
Walleyes are responsible for the only touchdown Central Mountain had at Jersey Shore last month on a touchdown reception. 1st and 10 at midfield. Gerlach in the eye. Turns, hands off right. Pence, lots of running room, squirms to the outside, has the sideline past the 45, and is thrown out of play around the 42. Pence for 8 yards, and Jersey Shore has to wait for the third level of the defense to get him. 2nd and short, Central Mountain.
Owen Anderson tracks him down on the sidelines, but really good gain there on first down. That play was probably initially supposed to go up the middle between the guard and tackle, but Pence has good quickness, good speed, bounced it to the outside. Really nice gain on first down.
As I mentioned, we're seeing a lot of Dirk Stetz. He's on the right edge as he tries to rush the passer. It's 2nd and 2. Central Mountain good down and distance from the right hash. Shore 42. Handoff. Walleyes with the fullback. Gets stuffed and piled on back near midfield. Forward progress won't have him back that far, but Gabe Packer just roughed him up there. Nicely done from the junior linebacker.
Again, the Packer brothers, they played really well this season, and Gabe, he's in on a lot of tackles week in and week out. Comes up a little bit short, probably about 1.5 yards, so really critical here on 3rd and 4th down because you know they're going to go for it in Bulldog territory.
Gabe, a senior, my mistake. Hayden, his brother, a sophomore, both do a great job at linebacker. 3rd and about 1, Central Mountain inside the 42 of Jersey Shore at the right hash. I formation and movement on the left side of the line. Somebody's going to get collared for it as Josh Flanagan for Central Mountain came across, and the Wildcats offense has to back up 5 yards.
Well, they trade it back. Jersey Shore had the offside penalty just a minute or two ago. Here you have the procedure penalty, so you go from 3rd and very short to now 3rd and a middling, but a little bit longer than you'd want. Again, does it change the play call for Coach Renninger and his staff?
And Doug, Jersey Shore's offense hasn't had the ball for really what amounts to about the first half of the first quarter. That's got to be huge for Central Mountain.
Absolutely.
3rd and 7, Jersey Shore 46. Pistol look this time. Gerlach, the quarterback, steps back, bootleg left, throws, low ball is grabbed inside the 40. Hess claims it hit the ground, but that's a catch, and it's grabbed by Long for a first down. Nick Long up to the 38. That's a completion of about 8 or 9 yards. They'll put it at the 37.
Yeah, you didn't get a whole lot of argument from the Jersey Shore defenders. I mean, that was just a quick pass, a low delivery by Gerlach. Nice play by the receiver to go down and get it.
Gerlach only threw for 43 yards at Jersey Shore last month. He's nearly half that already midway through the first quarter. 1st and 10, Shore 37 for Central Mountain at the left hash. Gerlach turns and hands off from the eye. It's Pence, the deep back. He slips and slides his way up across the 33 for 4 yards to the left side. Tapped down there by Packer to make it 2nd and 5, and Central Mountain line to gain, Shore 28. They're moving and grooving right now.
Now doing what they want to do. They're running the football for the most part, even though they got the 3rd down pass for the first down. They're eating up some clock, getting momentum on their side.
Running well to that left side, Sean Sprague, the senior tackle, out on the left side. 2nd and 5 at the 32. Gerlach one-step drop, flips it left past the 30. It's grabbed, but not much from McCloskey. He's up to the 29. That leaves him 1.5 yards shy of the first down, but that's a solid gain. 3rd and inches here. They give him a very favorable spot.
McCloskey, really big target, 6'4", about 200 pounds, just what you like to see. Goes out there a couple steps, turns around, gets the defender behind him, so it's an easy pitch and catch and sets up this 3rd and very short.
3rd and maybe less than 1 inside the Jersey Shore 29, right to left. Central Mountain, 2nd possession of the game. Have it on the left hash. 5-man front, quarterback sneak. Gerlach goes across the pile, and he has enough to move the sticks. This Central Mountain drive is very methodical, and the Wildcats trying to handle business here on senior night.
Well, if you're Central Mountain, you're doing exactly what you want to do. You have the interception on your first drive, but your defense played real well, turned the ball back to you, and here you're putting together a nice drive, running the ball, mixing in a couple passes, converting when you have the chance on 3rd and short. So you're chewing up the clock, moving deeper into Bulldog territory.
Taking nearly 5 minutes off the clock for moving it from about their own 25. It's 1st and 10 at the Jersey Shore 26. Gerlach run pass option, pitches right. Lots of room. Pence spins across the 15 for a first down to the 13. Ryan Pence gains 13 yards, and Central Mountain marches near Jersey Shore's end zone.
Yeah, really nice job. I mean, Jersey Shore did what they wanted to do initially. They made Gerlach pitched the ball very early, but Pence already had the corner, so nice blocking there by the right side of that Central Mountain line, gave the running back the corner, able to turn that into a big first down play.
Second time these teams have played this year, not a usual occurrence in a regular season. In fact, it almost never happens. 1st and 10, Jersey Shore 13, right hash. Central Mountain, single back set, pitch left. Pence gets the ball, scoots forward past the 10, chops his legs to the 7, and that's about 6 yards to make it second and manageable. Central Mountain once again finding lots of running room and chewing up a lot of that clock at 4:30 and counting in the first.
The Bulldogs got a real nice push, had some people in the back field of Central Mountain, but Pence able to find a lane and scoot ahead for almost a 6-yard gain on first down, so you have to give him credit for good vision on that play.
Playing well, coming off a game where they lost on a game-winning field goal attempt that went awry with 53 seconds left. 2nd and 4, Jersey Shore 7 between the hashes, and there's once again somebody that jumped. It's off the right side of the Central Mountain line, and the Wildcats step back. They seem to know it's on them. That's a false start, and that's crushing for Central Mountain to move the ball back about their, the Jersey Shore 13.
Yeah, those are the kind of penalties when you have a good drive going, you've got the momentum, you're really making some nice plays, you're down in scoring position, you had a good play on first down. Those are the penalties that really hurt.
3:50 and counting first quarter, 0-0. Central Mountain's second drive of the game deep in Jersey Shore territory. 2nd and 9 from the 12, near the left hash. I formation. Gerlach slings it right. Receiver screen, nothing doing. We'll wait when he gets up. Looked to be Peyton Johnson, and it was. He could not get anywhere. Maybe half a yard gain. 3rd and long for the Wildcats.
Quincy Myers with really good coverage and a big hit. Jersey Shore thought the ball came out, but the officials came in right away and said that was on the turf. So no fumble, but a really nice play by the defense of the Bulldogs, setting up this 3rd and long.
3rd and long, about the Jersey Shore 12. Need to work that ball inside the Bulldog 4. Central Mountain in a tough spot here all of a sudden. Jersey Shore tries to clamp down. Right hash of the 12. Gerlach rolls out left. Pitches it that way. Pence doesn't have anywhere to go. The Shore defense converges as Anderson came up from his safety spot. And Jersey Shore also had that snuffed out by Dugan, the defensive end. 4th and 10. Time for a Central Mountain field goal here to try to put them up 3-0.
Two veteran players there, and Dugan and Anderson really read that well, curtailed that option play. Central Mountain, though, they have the chance to put points on the board first.
Long is the holder, and Weaver the kicker. Mentioned his missed field goal last week. Left hash, about 30 yards. Snap there, kick is up, and the kick goes through and clanks off the scoreboard. 3-0, Central Mountain leads. First time Jersey Shore has been down during this 2020 season. The Bulldogs get the ball back with 2:34 to go in the first quarter, right after this on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Figure Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 56 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. 570-748-3570. Get a free quote. Figure Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
The Bear, WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly back with you on the Bear Country Sports Network. How about Central Mountain? The Wildcats, a team that Jersey Shore has beaten 8 times in a row, finds itself up on the favorites 3-0 after a 30-yard Tyler Weaver field goal. Kickoff right to left from Weaver, courtesy of Deja Vu. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 9:30 to 5:30 at 256 Allegheny, Jersey Shore. Lefty knocks it away to the right side. Allison is back to return it. Up the sideline past the 20. Cam Allison darts to the 30. Cuts in, then back out at the 35. Has running room across the 45. He finally gets ripped down in open field near the 48. Big chunk return of over 30 yards for Allison. And Jersey Shore gets the ball near midfield to start its second drive of the game. Down 3-0. 2:26 to go first quarter.
Excellent job there by Allison. Wanted to take it wide to his left, but then saw the lane, put the brakes on, turned it upfield. Puts Jersey Shore in very good field position to start the ball game, but down for the first time all season. We'll see how they react.
1st and 10, 48 on side of the field, right hash. Leg kick from Weary, sends Hess to the left. They hand it off to him from the jet sweep, and he gets clobbered back behind the 45. Hess, Jersey Shore's all-state receiver, went nowhere, and it looked like Wallweiser was one of the guys that got there to knock him to the turf, making it 2nd and 14 from the 44.
Wallweiser and Ben Garlick, big guy coming from his defensive line position. Nice play by the Wildcat defense.
2:04 to go first quarter. We have a whistle on the field, and a Central Mountain player has taken the helmet off here, so that's a quick timeout, and hopefully that is a speedy one at that. 2:04 to go first quarter. We'll quickly step aside on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Now open, the Jersey Shore home of Ready Treddy, K&W Tire and the Old Stouts Pro Auto on Main Street. Providing full service for cars and light trucks, K&W Tire Jersey Shore stocks Cooper, Falcon, Hankook, and 4 other tire brands. Special orders available. Family owned and operated K&W Tire, now open in Jersey Shore, 335 North Main Street. Appointments preferred, walk-ins available, 570-865-5315. K&W Tire. We do tires and more.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly back with you at Central Mountain. Jersey Shore is down 3-0. Second drive of the game for the Bulldogs, rather. And Jersey Shore just got knocked back 4 yards on its first down play. Doug, what does this Jersey Shore offense got to do here?
Well, just got to be a little bit more precise. But again, Central Mountain's defense, they're big physically. They're playing well.
2nd and 14, own 44 between the hashes, I formation. Weary, flustered, throws over the middle and nearly grabbed. Was that Connor Davis, the tight end? I believe it was. We'll wait and see as he turns around from our vantage point. And that was him. It would have been the first reception of the year for him, but it's incomplete near the 40. Makes it 3rd and long, Jersey Shore, left to right, 1:53 to go in the first.
I'll tell you, Central Mountain got great pressure up the middle, forced Weary to throw that ball just a little bit early.
4 receivers, shotgun set. Allison, the tailback, to the left side. Weary, one pump, launches up the left sideline, wants Anderson, and he makes a basket catch, races up the sideline, and is knocked down at the 10. How about Jersey Shore? The Bulldogs get the big play. Weary to Anderson. Once again, just like they did last week, and Jersey Shore has it right near the goal line of Central Mountain.
Really nice play there where he used the pump fake to free Anderson down the sidelines, got the separation, what you're looking for. Nice delivery by the senior quarterback, right on target.
46 yards on the play. 1st and goal at the 10 of Central Mountain, and here are whistles with 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Jersey Shore watches as they take a timeout here. So 1:34 mark of the first quarter. Doug, we see the big play come out. That's what the Bulldogs did in the first quarter against Shikellamy to get one of their 2 touchdowns of the game. How did that happen, and how can they continue to see success against this defense now that they've gotten the ball rolling?
Well, it's so easy to forget when you have a player like Caden Hess on one side of your offense and they tried to go to him early in that first drive. Central Mountain really kind of double-teamed him. You kind of forget about Owen Anderson. Owen Anderson's a tremendous offensive player, very good receiver, can run the football as well. Then they just set it up, used a pump fake. They had another receiver out there. Central Mountain had to respect that, come up and cover that receiver. Anderson goes down the sidelines, gets that separation that you want, and then your quarterback has to deliver it. On target was Weary, sets the Bulldogs up here deep in Wildcat territory.
113 scrimmage yards last week for Anderson. Gets the 46-yarder there to pad his stats, and it's 1st and goal at the 10 after the timeout. Jersey Shore in the offset eye. 2 receivers, 1 each way. Weary rolls to the right, takes his time, looks left, and throws over the middle in stride. Has a man in the end zone for a touchdown. Once again, it's Owen Anderson. 6'3", Jersey Shore, 1:28 to go in the first.
Well, that's a great response by the Bulldogs because you get stuffed on your first play when you tried to run Caden Hess, so you come up with the big play to Anderson. Really good patience there by Weary. Waited for Anderson to come all the way across the end zone and get open, then delivered a nice throw and a very nice catch in the air by Anderson to cap it off with the touchdown.
5th touchdown grab of the year for him, 16th thrown by Weary. This is only game number 6. Point after is through, line drive from Cam Allison that scoots atop the field house here behind the sticks. 7-3 Jersey Shore. Didn't take very long to respond to a Central Mountain field goal. 1:28 to go first quarter. We're back on the Bear right after this. Jersey Shore football trying to go to 6-0 to conclude the regular season. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, Do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
Cutting Edge Country on WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Doug Byerly back with you at Central Mountain's Don Malinak Stadium. 7-3 Jersey Shore lead. Each team has gotten the ball 2 times. Jersey Shore came up empty on its first trip, but after a Central Mountain field goal, the Bulldogs struck back in a big way. 10 yards, Weary to Anderson after the 2 connected from a 46-yarder just the play before. 1:28 to go first quarter. Jersey Shore kicks off left to right here, courtesy of Deja Vu. They're at 256 Allegheny Street. You can find a little bit of everything there. And Jersey Shore actually gets better kickoff position due to a flag that must have been thrown as we went to break. Allison will boot it from the Central Mountain 45. Likely should be able to kick this one with his left foot out of the end zone. We'll wait and see. There are 2 deep men back there should Central Mountain try to get a return set up. Allison's right hand is up, boots it high and away, tails towards the end zone, and Johnson retrieves it and calls for the fair catch in there. And that gives them the ball at their own 20, right to left. Central Mountain is trying to respond, now down 7-3.
So it actually was a roughing the kicker penalty on the extra point that gave Jersey Shore the advantageous position to kick off. So the Bulldog defense now is looked to. Your offense has responded. Your defense gave up a field goal on their last set of downs. So you want to see them respond here, get the momentum fully back on the Bulldog side of the field.
Jersey Shore's updated total as far as points scored and points allowed this year puts them up to 205 to 17. 1:26 to go first quarter. First and 10, own 20. Central Mountain in the eye. Pence gets the handoff and goes nowhere. Cut down at the line of scrimmage. The interior collapsed, and then linebackers Gabe and Hayden Packer also came in to top him off. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Well, and that's what you want if you're Alex Jackson and Coach Gravis. You want this defense to really respond well in this set of 3 plays. Force a punt by Central Mountain fairly deep in their own territory where you can flip that field, get good field position, hopefully for your offense, turn that into a second score, and really get the momentum going into the second quarter.
Both teams off to the district playoffs next week. Jersey Shore will host opponents still yet to officially be determined. 2nd and 9, own 21. Gerlach rolls out, steps left, tugged down. Can he get the ball off? No! Dog pile on top of him, back at his own 11. Jersey Shore rushed the quarterback, and the Bulldogs come up with a sack to make it 3rd and about a quarter mile for Central Mountain in the waning moments of the first quarter.
Dalton Dugan on that sack. He had 4 sacks in the first set of this games earlier in the season, so nice play by the defender there, by the Bulldogs, really sets them up well as this first quarter is going to run down.
Have the ball at their own 12. Central Mountain needs to advance it across the 30, and they don't even try to conclude the first quarter as time winds down. And the Central Mountain team wants to hold the ball for as much time as possible to really exclude this Jersey Shore explosive offense from possessing it. First quarter ends, 7-3 Jersey Shore. The Bulldogs faced their first deficit of the season, but that only lasted for about 45 seconds. We're back on the Bear right after this from Central Mountain.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires? Or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car. But a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jim Ely State Farm Insurance, 105 Thomas Street, Jersey Shore, 570-398-2828.
The Bear, WQBR.
Sam Cooperman and Doug Byerly back with you at Don Malinak Stadium in Mill Hall. Jersey Shore football up 7-3 on Central Mountain to start the second quarter. As Central Mountain now goes left to right on a 3rd and 17 at their own 13 after the Dalton Dugan sack marched them back about 7 or 8 yards. Doug, Jersey Shore defense finds the opposition right where it wants them.
This is exactly what Coach Gravis talked about in the pregame interview. You want to put your opponent in 3rd and long situations. This is 3rd and very long, deep in your own territory. If you're Central Mountain, you do not want to make a big mistake on this play, throw something up, give the Jersey Shore defense a chance for a turnover.
Last time Jersey Shore lost to Central Mountain came here on November 2nd, 2012. 8 straight wins since then, including earlier this year. 3rd and 17, shotgun set, flag comes off to the left side. Gerlach tosses it incomplete, but that might have been a free play. We'll see as the flag came in very promptly.
Looking for Peyton Johnson on the Central Mountain sideline. Good defense there by the Bulldogs by Cooper Peacock.
And Central Mountain has the penalty declined here as it was a legal procedure. And that's 4th down, so that play was live, and that was an incomplete pass. Gerlach just had to toss it up for dear life to Johnson. The Jersey Shore defense, after allowing a Wildcat about 8-minute drive earlier in the quarter, really just came up clean here. Now the Bulldogs offensively should have it across the midfield line.
Really good opportunity if you field the punt or you get a short punt by Central Mountain to get possession on the Wildcat side of the field.
Weaver handles the punting duties as well. He's set to receive the long snap on the edge of his own end zone. Clean snap to him, bobbles it though. Able to send it off to the right sideline. Anderson is there, but watches the ball hop right across midfield. Now charges and takes it, and he splashes down at the 47. A pack of Wildcats are there to greet him. Jersey Shore has it at the Central Mountain 47. Start of the second quarter, up 7-3.
Often you would say that was a pretty risky play by Owen Anderson, but he kind of saw that right in front of him, saw that the ball was going to take a good, clean, high hop, and came up and got it. He didn't want to let it bounce and maybe get another 10 yards on that roll, so he made a nice play by an experienced player there. Sets Jersey Shore up on the Wildcat side of the 50.
The Brandon Weary-led offense comes back out. 2 big passing plays from him got Jersey Shore in the end zone last time. 1st and 10, shotgun set. 3 receivers left. Flag comes. Weary tosses over the middle, looks for Dugan, and with his outstretched arms, catches it at the 15. Big play from Dugan. Let's wait on the flag, but Jersey Shore for now has a massive 1st down inside the red zone.
Yeah, and the official at the 50 makes the call, illegal shift by the Bulldogs, so that unfortunately is going to negate a really nice pitch and catch, really nice catch on the end of that by Dalton Dugan, but that one's going to go for naught. Set up a 2nd and long.
Jersey Shore coming off the 16-0 victory over Shikellamy, where this offense, after scoring once in the first quarter, didn't score again until late in the 4th, as Jersey Shore, a team that came into that last week matchup averaging over 45 a game, was really flat. They have the ball here for 1st and 15 after the penalty, back in their own side of the field at the 48. Shotgun from the right hash. Weary kicks his foot. Peacock trots out left. Rolls right, pumps once, delivers up the sideline. He wants Hess. Batted ball incomplete. Couldn't connect with his favorite target, and that brings up 2nd and 15 from the 48. Holland in coverage gets the job done.
Yeah, you really have to give credit to Holland. He's done a really nice job against Caden Hess. That was an excellent throw there by Weary. Holland able to get a hand in. Looked like Caden Hess got a hand on it, but good hand fighting there, able to knock it away, prevent the completion.
Last week, Hess's first game of the year without a touchdown catch. 2nd and 15 now at the 48, right hash. Flag comes, and the play doesn't even get off as Anderson took the snap as Jersey Shore.
You were in 2nd and very long, and you